So you're thinking about making a move to the Seattle metropolitan area, and maybe you're somebody that you really want to be able to buy a home over here, but you don't have $1 million budget. You can't afford to live in the expensive places, but you really do want to, put your money to work, buy a home so you can build equity instead of throwing away money on rent every month when you come over here. Well, in this video, I'm going to go over some of the cheapest places to live in and around the Seattle metropolitan area. So if you're looking to be a homeowner, you want to find some options on the lower priced end, this might be a good video for you to check out as I dive into these cities here. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe here so you don't miss any of my future videos. People just like yourself here from YouTube reach out to me all the time asking questions, looking for help when they're moving over this way. I am an active real estate agent here in Seattle area, so if you're looking to move over here, need some help finding that home, purchasing a home over here, and finding the right place to live, feel free to reach out to me here at my info on the screen. Be more than happy to help you out with that. But like I said, on today's video, I'm going to go over some of the cheapest places to live in the Seattle metropolitan area. I've got 8 cities on my list here. We're looking at median home prices and how they compare to the rest of Seattle Metro, as these are some of the most affordable, quote-unquote, places to live. Now, if you're coming from other parts of the country that have a much cheaper cost of living, meaning you're not coming from California or New York or some of the other expensive places to live in the United States, this is still going to be sticker shock to you likely. Even the cheapest places over here are likely going to be much higher than what you're used to on where you're coming from. So at least it will give you a little bit of an idea, of what to expect when you're coming over here and give you some options on what the lower priced end is actually going to look like. So like I said, I've got 8 different cities here. I'm going to go over, we're going to head north to south, trying to spread this out a little bit. A couple north of Seattle, a couple relatively close to Seattle, and a couple a decent far ways south of Seattle, just to give you a good overview of the general, Seattle metro area, not just zone in on one specific location. So I'm going to jump into the map here to kind of show you around a little bit and show you these cities. All right, so you can see the map we've got right here. You can see Seattle right in the middle. So if you're not familiar with the Seattle metropolitan area, you've got Lake Washington right here that separates Seattle and what we call the east side. This is Bellevue, Kirkland, and Redmond. This is where a lot of the expensive homes are, tech, high-paying tech jobs, a lot of wealth and money in this east side area. You've got the Puget Sound to the west of Seattle, and then you've got the islands over here, Whidbey Island and whatnot, the peninsula over on that side with some places to live. So I'm going to focus on the Seattle metro area here. So we'll zoom out a little bit. So Seattle Metro right all the way in here down to Tacoma. So let's start up north, like I said, go over the first city here on our cheapest cities in Seattle Metro tour. So we've got Arlington right here. So Arlington, Washington, median home price here in Arlington is $615,000. So Arlington is, there's a lot of rural setting in Arlington, a lot of farmland, wide open properties, a lot of acreage here in Arlington. You are about 45 miles north of Seattle. So if you're somebody that's working in downtown Seattle, it's going to be a tough commute if that's something you're looking to do. You want to live all the way up here and commute into downtown Seattle every day. There's some people I know of that do it, but it would be a very tough commute. You're talking probably an hour and a half each way, easy. However, here in Arlington, you still got everything you need right here in the Smoky Point area. This is like your main shopping area. So you've got the Costco and the Walmart. You've got all the stores that you need, Targets over here, all that kind of stuff. There's restaurants and whatnot. They've got a little Arlington airport. This is not for commercial planes. This is just private, propeller planes, smaller planes, things like that. Right now, what's really happening in Arlington is right over here across from the airport, they're putting in a brand new Amazon warehouse. It's going to bring about 1,000 jobs to the Arlington area. So it's continuing to grow. We'll make traffic that much worse. But this is the Arlington area. Furthest north I'm going to go here. And this is definitely on the edge of what we consider the Seattle metropolitan area. So about 45 miles north of Seattle. But like I said, you could find a home with acreage out here. You can find smaller lots, typical subdivision living. There's some townhomes here in Arlington as well. But the median home price, like I said, right now is $615,000. So as we go down a little bit more, we're going to go to Everett right here. So this is Everett right in here. So this is the largest downtown area on the north side of Seattle. So Everett, you know, it's going to be about 30 miles north of Seattle. So again, commute times to and from Seattle, somewhere around an hour in rush hour, depending exactly where you're going. There's a lot of people that live in Everett and work in Seattle and just deal with that commute. But Everett's a historic downtown area, so in the downtown area, you're going to find a lot of craftsman-style, colonial-style homes, things like that. A lot of older homes, a lot of older properties in this area, and that's where you're going to find some of the cheaper living. So median home price in Everett right now is $662,000, and so some of the cheaper areas to live is here on the north side of Everett. Now, Everett does come with some of its downtown issues that downtown areas have. It's not as bad as Seattle, but you will see some of the homeless tent cities a little bit in this area. But there are plenty of people that live here in Everett and enjoy it. Like I said, cheaper end is going to be here on the north side. Even, you know, south of downtown here, there's similar pricing and some older homes through here. As you get further south in Everett, it's going to get a little bit more expensive, or you get further towards the water, the Puget Sound here. Some great neighborhoods with views and whatnot in this area. So some really nice areas, neighborhoods through here on the west side of Everett. But Everett's, you know, like I said, it's the largest downtown area here, so north of Seattle. So it's, you know, it's got everything you need, all your doctor's offices, your shopping, all that kind of stuff, the Costco, grocery stores, all that stuff is here in Everett. Everett's a pretty large city. There's a little mall as well, so quite a bit that's offered here in Everett. But like I said, median home price is $662,000 right now. So next one I'm going to go to, this one's going to be a little bit further out of the way. Same county, Snohomish County here. I'm going to go to Sultan, all the way over here. So this is about 40 miles northeast of Seattle. So you can see Seattle is all the way down here. We've got Sultan over here. So Sultan is where you're going when you go out to the pass. If you're going out to Stevens Pass, you want to go skiing, snowboarding, you want to do some hiking, some mountain biking, things like that, you're going to drive through Sultan. Highway 2 here. Monroe is a city right next to Sultan that's building quite a bit. And a lot of people have been moving to. Right next to it is where Sultan is. Median home price here in Sultan is $557,000. There's some new construction right around $600,000 here currently. So this is going to feel like you're a bit out of the way. Again, if you're going to Seattle every day for work, it's going to be a tough commute. But if you're somebody that's maybe working remote and you want quick access to the outdoors, to go hiking and go mountain biking and skiing and snowboarding and all that kind of stuff, go camping, Sultan could be a good spot because it's super convenient and quick access to get over to the pass. You're already halfway there from a lot of the Seattle metro area. You can see the pass is just right over here. You can go whitewater rafting and Index right here. Been there, really fun. So that is Sultan for you. There's some lower, more rundown areas. Like I said, there's some new construction communities that's been going in there to build some of that, or to meet some of that demand for people that are looking to move a little bit further outside and get a little bit more for their money. So zooming back out, we went through 3 cities there. We're going to go down now closer to Seattle. A lot of the cities in here are going to be, this is the Snohomish County area, South Snohomish County area through here. You're talking median prices anywhere from $750,000 to $1 million, $1.1 million, all the way through here on the north side of Seattle, South Snohomish County. So those aren't going to be the most affordable places, but just so you have an idea, anywhere from, like I said, $750,000 to just over $1 million in median prices in these cities. So as we go down south of Seattle, here's a location that is close to Seattle. This is going to be easily the easiest commute when you go to Seattle. This is Burien right here. So Burien has a median home price right now of $647,000. You've got some neighborhoods right here on the Puget Sound as well, so you've got some views. It's close to the airport, so you can see the airport is right here, Burien is right here. So depending how close to the airport you are, you might have some airport noise. But there's a reason that even this close to Seattle, some of these White Center is similar, Tukwila is similar. There's a reason that they're priced a bit lower, even though they're pretty close to Seattle. And that's just some of the stuff you're going to have to deal with, like the airport, like some of the stuff that you see in Seattle, not necessarily as clean of a city, things like that the downtown Seattle area presents. Comes down a little bit here as well, but there's still people that love living in this area. It's quick access to get to Seattle, and you get much more bang for your buck here. Like I said, median home price in Burien is $647,000 right now. So going a little bit further south, we're going to talk about 2 more down here. So Federal Way and Auburn right next to each other. Auburn is $670,000 in median price. Federal Way is $638,000 in median price. These are about 25 miles south of Seattle here, so still plenty of people that live in the Federal Way, Auburn area that commute into Seattle for work. Right in here, you can also get to Tacoma really quick if you work over there. So, you know, I've got a house in Federal Way that I'm selling right now for a client of mine. It's a 3-bedroom house, 1,500 square feet, selling for about $550,000. So that'll give you a good idea of what to expect maybe for a smaller, you know, single level 3-bedroom starter home, right around $550,000 or so. You can make that work. You can buy a home like that. So Federal Way and Auburn, they have, you know, they're so close to I-5, so quick access to everything. You're not feeling like you're outside, you know, trying to get in, you know, a long commute just to go to the grocery store or anything like that. Federal Way has the Wild Waves theme park, so if you like roller coasters and, you know, water slides, all that kind of stuff, that's right there in Federal Way. There's plenty of restaurants and shopping and all that kind of stuff here in the Federal Way, Auburn area. As we go a little bit further south, I mentioned Tacoma right here. So Tacoma is going to be the cheapest on this list. Median home price in Tacoma is $467,000. So definitely the cheapest on this list. It's got, you know, it's got a kind of a historic area where you've got a lot of older homes, a lot of smaller homes, 2-bedroom homes that are, you know, 800 square feet. So part of the reason why the median prices here are, you know, a bit lower. There's a lot of homes like that. So you could get a home. This is, you know, one of the only cities in the Seattle metro area where you can still get a home in the 400,000s without having to go up into the 500s and 600s. It's going to be a smaller home. It's going to be an older home. It might be a little bit run down. Might be a little bit of a fixer. But, you know, with the median price being $467,000, there's going to be some options there for you in that price range here in Tacoma. So Tacoma's got, you know, again, it's a large city. We've got the airport's really close. So if you're going to and from the airport often, nice to be here. In order to getting to Seattle, it's about 35 miles south of Seattle. Traffic in Tacoma gets really bad on I-5. All the way through I-5 here, it's always really bad. There's plenty of people that commute from Tacoma to Seattle every day for work. They sit in traffic, of course, so it's a sacrifice, but when you can get a lot more for your money in Tacoma, some people feel it's definitely worth it. So, you know, one of the cheaper areas, but it's got, again, Tacoma Mall, so it's got all the shopping that you need, grocery stores, all that kind of stuff is right here in Tacoma. You don't have to go far to get to it. So the last place I'm going to go over here is a little bit further south and a little bit further east. This is Bonney Lake right here. So Bonney Lake, median home price, $635,000. So Bonney Lake is one of these areas that's growing a lot right now. The reason for that is they have a big reason for it. Is they have a new build community, a master plan community called Tahali. Tahali has, you know, 8 to 10 different new construction builders in it, thousands and thousands of new construction homes that they keep expanding, keep going in. So it's a really cool community with trails and parks and a very, you know, friendly atmosphere to it with a lot of people living there. So that's what's growing Bonney Lake quite a bit right now. There's plenty of houses outside of that community as well, some other new construction options, some older homes options. But again, you're not far outside of everything. You've still got all your stores and whatnot here. Now, if you're commuting to Seattle from Bonney Lake, that's going to be tough. I mean, you're talking almost 40 miles. So it would be a pretty brutal commute. It would be worse than if you're going from Tacoma. So, you know, it's a lot of people are living here when they work remote or they have a job here on the south side. That's super popular spot for people to go to. All right, well, this wraps up my list of the 8 cities here, some of the cheapest places to live in the Seattle metropolitan area. So hopefully this was helpful to use. Like I said, I'm an active real estate agent over here. So if you're looking to move over here, looking to purchase a home and need some help through that process, feel free to reach out to me here at my info on the screen. Be more than happy to help you out with that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like I said, so you can catch all my future videos. Appreciate you watching this one.